Hi guys, I am excited to announce that we will be blowing the whistle on Bitcoin fraudsters, and we are basically in the process of registering as Bitcoin whistleblowers with the SEC. It does not cost anything to use our service, and if you have already applied for some sort of Bitcoin complaint in the court system, we can see that, and we will be contacting you eventually as we go from largest to smallest claims first. We do know who they are, and besides the fact that I can tell you how much I'm making is basically paid by the government, and only the government. When we recover Bitcoins, we recover the entire amount for you and do not charge you anything. The government is paying us to recover Bitcoins, and we can do it because we have the technology to do so. Without mentioning how we do this is basically by cheating. The Satoshi Nakamoto character, who may or may not own Bitcoins, is in fact the owner of Bitcoins and a good friend of mine. I helped him secure his asylum in the state of California, and he's now a resident in the New York State area. So for people who wonder how this happened, is basically he was the man who sold me the Bitcoins. I told him I wanted to make billions of dollars on a little tiny, less than $10,000 investment, and that is what he is going to make happen. I invested in 94% of the float of Bitcoin in August 2009 before they were ever available, and received the lowest price ever paid for Bitcoins, 15 decimals and a tick, 0.0000000000000000001 per Bitcoin. Dollars per Bitcoin is how it went. And so we are recovering these Bitcoins to be able to pass on the value of them. We can see who initiated the transfer, and we don't have anything punitive planned against anyone who's stolen Bitcoins, but we are able to stop the transaction such that Bitcoin flow will probably be redrawn to 1.97 trillion Bitcoins outstanding. That's how much to compensate the initial investors, mostly initial investors who have lost Bitcoin due to theft and cyber intrusion. The use of Satoshi Nakamoto's technology is very simple. He had a special password created that allows him to reverse the flow of Bitcoins and to restore them once they've been used. He is the only cryptocurrency with this sort of protection, and it was one of the main reasons that made me buy, was because I knew he would have good faith and come to the United States, not necessarily to be a whistleblower, which is what he turns out being, but like me, I believe this is a good thing for the United Nations to know is out there, and eventually, once we're done with the American public system of complaints, we will move on to the international process of recovering Bitcoins. Right now, we're only concerned with American complaints, and we will recover them in largest to smallest increments. So if you had more than a few billion Bitcoins missing, you're probably one of the first. If you had a few 100 million Bitcoins, you're probably somewhere in the middle. And for all amounts under 30 or 50 million Bitcoins, just figure we'll get to you within 2 years is what I'm hoping for. In the process, Satoshi Nakamoto is who you'll get to know. You may see him on TV recovering Bitcoins, and he is the mastermind behind Bitcoins. He invented the Bitcoin technology known as blockchain, and is the reason that we have ancillary technologies such as Neuralink Light Phone, Starlink products, and the ability to speak to others in a language other than your own is mainly what Neuralink Light Phone has done for me. And it has also helped me become a better friend with Satoshi Nakamoto, mostly communicating in Japanese. I don't know how I sound compared to my American voice or how many euphemisms of speech I'm actually using when I give a presentation. But basically, this is an announcement to say that we are now able to recover Bitcoins. My law firm, if you wish to speak with me, I'm at KCCMBWO at kccapitalmanagement.com. Please send me requests and well wishes. We're just looking for your case to already be in court, and we basically need to wait for someone to be present in the courtroom to be able to handle that. That's Manhattan 9th District Courtroom is where Satoshi Nakamoto will be recovering Bitcoins at. And with regard to how much time it takes to make this announcement, I'm personally going to recover at least 946 billion Bitcoins, 4.7946892 sestillion. That's E plus 19 after that decimal point. And that's going to really affect my life. And I'm also receiving a very substantial portion in the form of cash for being one of the whistleblowers involved in the recovery. And Satoshi Nakamoto, while still substantial, is not quite as substantial as myself or my attorney. And I'm not making as much as my attorney, but I feel we all are qualified to request 15%, which is what the best outcome would be for my whistleblowing crew in Bitcoins. And that's my announcement, guys. If you have Bitcoins to recover, please start a court case and get the amount identified, and that will be the best course of action for you. Bye.